Forsaken, abandoned to the dark, what choice but to follow the flame?
Welcome back to Total Warhammer 3 in part 26 of our Drazhoath the Ashen Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode, the Ashen, excuse me? Well, he is over here for a siege against Karak 8 Peaks. Greebits, the settlement garrison, and Smorbits, his brother there, have all come out to defend. I guess he has also emptied out the caves of all their spiders as well, so we've got 4 Arachnaroks coming out to face us. They do have an anti-large and an armor-piercing attribute, so probably a pretty decent fighter against our Kadai Destroyer if he wasn't kitted out with all of these incredible abilities, including being unbreakable. Bring it, Spider. He's also got 69 attack. Oh, that's right. That's the ultimate number. What do you got? Well, I guess they have a giant river troll hag, the stinky one. Whole bunch of orcs as well. We've got a bunch of enemies to churn through, and we have all of the tools to do so. Let's get to it. Alright, let's get to this battle. We shall start deployment and look immediately for the breaches that the tower has made for us. Where are they hiding? I think they only ever make 2. This is my preferred spot to attack this settlement, but it looks like we are coming in from over here. That's fine, we'll make do. A little bit of a different attack plan. Let's grab the boys. Looks like they all want to set up over here even though they know the goodies are on the other side. Come here, you. Bunch of doofs making me look bad. Alright, let's grab our Vanguard artillery. Set them up on this smidge of a hill. More of a bump, but gives them kind of an angled bit of fire on the walls. They're not firing directly on it, in at it, so the battlements aren't as defensive for them. They should be able to actually hit some shots on the angle on them. We'll see. That's the plan, at least. We'll grab the nuke launcher as well, set them up. And then Thomas the Pain Train. Get these guys all in a group. Guard mode, and then for the Demon's Tongue, I want you off fire at will. Yes, that's a bit dangerous. Although they did actually fix up the flame shot, so it actually fires a bit more effectively there, and it is devastating when it lands. Let's grab our normal Dwarf Warriors, who are a bit more expendable, but I'd still rather them not be turned into chunky salsa on the way in by artillery. Would make me quite sad. We'll grab Belial, have him hanging out with the artillery teams. He's very defensive. Belligurn, you'll be flopping around next to our Kadai, keeping them healed. Yeah, the Destroyer up front, he should be able to tank things quite nicely, and then the Dark Ravagers have to shoot themselves. Good business. Lastly, we'll set up the Blunderbusses and company. We'll try to get these guys up on the walls to start so they can fire down on people. If we don't destroy them on the way in, we'll soon see. Grab all of the elite infantry, and then the single entities. I want them set up with the Centaur, Belligurn, and Drazhoath. I don't care about these two. Belial, you are the best, but your skills are kind of secondary there. I'm more useful using you for a very powerful shield. Let's get this battle started. Move the lads in. Looks like they've set up some archers on the wall. Let's go ahead and have you guys deleting them. Post haste. Scoot up, start tearing apart this tower. We're gonna have to deal with them firing on our lads there. Let's go ahead and explode. I'd say this group of biggins here should be a nice target. We'll have you flying up and drop these rock lavas while Drazhoath deals with this tower here. We'll send in this group of deadlies and charge them in on the Arachnarok. Actually, let's ignore the Arachnarok for now. Let's go destroy this rock lava. Ultimate annihilation on the lavas of rocks. Lovely. Let's slow all this nonsense here down. Anyone wanting to go reinforce the artillery piece is going to have a really bad day doing so. Go ahead and have you get up to the walls there, bud. You're taking some hits, but actually they're taking that pretty well. You guys moving forward. Our infantry are taking some hits. Just need to get past the towers, they'll be good to go. Lots of enemy infantry streaming on over. Let's go ahead and drop a rock down on top of their heads. As well as a Flames of Asgore there. For you guys to fight the Ragnarok. Perfect, you guys come on in. The Ragnarok needs a hug. And actually, the Sorcerer, let's come on over and get up in the air for a moment. Drazhoath, you brought down those walls. Perfect, drop down. Let's help out with these big uns clumping up. In fact, let's go ahead and drop down the Armor of Contempt. Make sure the lads are a bit more defensive. Night Gobos versus Belial. I wonder who's going to... Where is this Magma Cannon going? Alright, Magma Cannon, you guys are being crazy. Let's go ahead and scoot back a smidge. Nuke Launcher, let's go ahead and have you... Start dropping shots into these air boys here. Ragnarok is dueling with Drazhoath. Don't like that so much. We'll drop down the Overcast Ash Storm here. And drop down the Doom... I can't heal the Ravagers, unfortunately. I can heal everyone else. We'll hold off on that one. Wouldn't mind a Transmutation of Lead to weaken everything, trying to hunt down Big Papa. Perfect, another excellent shot. That spider got absolutely nuked. Drazhoath, you go deal with these Night Gobos in the back line. We'll have you guys go after this next group of Ragnarok. Peliger, and you come on up out of that group if you can there. Drop down some more booms somewhere. There's some archers funneling on in a bit slowly. Give them a hug. No artillery pieces that can really shut down besides those rock lavas. We're good to go. Send in the Doom Train. They've been exploded, send in the lads. The Dark Ravagers are likely going to need some respite in but a moment here. And we shall be happily giving it to them. They've definitely earned it. Where you at, bud? Turn around and help out with these Black Orcs. Ravagers need to come on through for a moment. Actually, they're better against Black Orcs. You turn around and fight them. And the Kadai, you go with them. Sweet business. Up on top of the walls, boys. I'll go ahead and drop down in, claim this bit of land there. Alright, Nuke Launcher, I gotta switch your targeting so you don't do too much friendly fire damage there. Get up, start blasting away these Black Orcs before they get too close. That would be great. Those Night Gobbo archers need a hug. Operation Spider Slayer has been very successful. Here comes another one, though. Yeah, the Dark Ravagers, I'd like to pull them away for a moment, let them get some recovery. Oh, they went crazy mode? Not going to work against Drazhoath, but I appreciate the gumption there. What's going on with these orcs? They're going to all protect the middle line there. Fine by me, let's give them a hug. Drop down an Ash Storm. Who really needs some help? No one really, but it's pretty cheap. Helps them defeat that spider even faster. Oh, I thought you wanted to defend this point. Oh, really bad placement from our nukes. Okay, we shouldn't waste any more of them. You, Kadai, move up and try to shut that group down. Everyone here surround and destroy this Ragnarok, well, except for you guys. You help out there. We'll go for the Armor of Contempt one more time. We'll save the last one for the last kind of blob. Pull Drazhoath back. Who's this tower firing at? I don't see any of my units fleeing. Alright, Demon's Tongue, let's take you off of guard mode and scoot up and explode some Black Orcs. Interesting, you must have been chasing someone all the way off the map. Beautiful, they've got nice angles up so they can fire up and over. Drazhoath, go ahead and jump on this big boss here. Hit him with the Dark Subjugation. Got that free damage. We can even drop down a Curse of the Shoot as well. Just triple down on the love. Perfect. Alright, let's grab a couple of these shotgunners here. Just set them up in this gulch. Anyone wants to come through, they're gonna have the worst day ever. flashbang on the Troll Hag. Actually, let's go ahead and pull. I realize the troops are not helping with the Kadai, so pull the Kadai back a bit. And move all the lads up as one. What Spirit Leech? I'm so afeared. Drop down another shot there. Melee defense. Excellent. Lord's broken. Pull on away. We'll drop down the heals on our regular old Kadai there. The normal Fireborn. Yeah, the normal Dobby are struggling a bit, so let's pull them back. Let them come over and fight normal orcs. Let the big boys fight against the spider. Nice punch to the side of the head. I am almost positive this spider would last all of 2 seconds in an actual battle here. Go ahead and drop in your Black Gem of Gnar. Let the Immortals funnel in to fight the biggins. Beautiful. Where is a large clump of orcs that would like to be turned into haste? Stop with the... Yeah, we need to deal with the Giant River Troll Hag. That's annoying. Dark Ravagers, you go ahead and hold this position here. Bring these two guys up to this line and the other two up. Gotta be very careful about our positioning on our infantry now that we have the blunderbusses involved. Let's pull our infantry back. We need to knock down this wall as well. Belial, how good are you at taking down towers? Go for it. Get her. Dark Subjugation. Hopefully that slows the critter down. Drop her armor by however much, doesn't really matter. Excuse me? Said I wanted you to drop her armor. We don't need to, but just adding extra salt to the wound. Solid me clicker. Get up. Your town needs you. Oh, it's out of ammo. That's what's going on here. Alright, well, you come on inside. We'll have Belial give you some more. Enjoy. Those Arab boys need a hug. Made out of the explosive metal. Move everyone on forward. But the lovely shotgun teams taking their positions now. We'll have the Ravagers come on up and deal with these Arab boys. Excellent. The Hag has been annihilated. Enemy Lord here. I think I'm going to summon in the Kadai over here. Let them deal with this group of orcs. Those are just orc boys named Smorbits, and they're going to have a really bad day.
Drazhoath the Ashen.
Melee defense, extra damage. We'll have you come up and deal with this group. Get up in the air. These guys can just move up and stop the Black Orcs from doing anything. That'd also be pretty great. We are in a bit of an interesting spot. Oh, our Destroyer went this way. Okay. I don't remember telling you to come over to this side, but so be it. They really don't want to stand and fight, which makes sense. Alright, I'd like you to go ahead and try to rip shots on these guys that are surrounding our singular lord here. Needs a bit of help. Try not to overcast that spell there, bud. Oh, pretty good placement, actually. Deletes almost the entire unit. Shotguns, go ahead and try to delete this. Move up forward together. We'll have these guys also moving up forward together. Shotgun line rifle combo did pretty well there. Let's go ahead and pull these guys back so they're not... Amazing. Charge in. Drazhoath's a bit surrounded. Drop down the Flame and Shadow, give him some help. Lyle, you gonna go up and chop the tower down yourself? Alright, very good shots. Let's go ahead and help Drazhoath out. He doesn't necessarily need it. We'll throw down just a singular Ash Storm. And then on top of that, we'll layer the Flames of Asgore Overcast. then everything here should just evaporate. Activate your black gems, do not take an extra damage, and there's the win. We still get all the fun free damage from the flames. Punch it. Cooked mushroom stew. Lovely. Karak 8 Peaks belongs to the Dawi Zar. Alright, we'll take the decisive win. 75 lost there, and most of the damage going to our single entities, which is entirely fine. A lot of kills going to the Dark Ravagers, but most of those obviously going to our nuke launcher and Drazhoath himself, who throws nukes at will. Excellent. Crooked Boon has experienced the volcanic eruption of a century. We will definitely go ahead and sack the settlement first. A lot of labor. And then we will be claiming this as a tower as high tier as we can. Because we have Dawi on in droves around here. A bit sad. I don't think we get any extra landmarks for claiming Karak 8 Peaks, and it'd be really cool if we did. All of the Dawi, including the Zar, covet the peaks. We're going to go ahead and occupy it as a tier 4 tower. It deserves it. Oh, lovely. We get Tower Roads to start. Something else I don't have to put on in. Goat Pastures drops the upkeep for Lamasu, Great Taurus, and Bale Taurus units. We don't actually have that many of these, so we're not going to be rushing towards the Goat Farm. I will be grabbing the Donation Barrel and the Nuke Launcher, as well as the walls. And then we'll also probably funnel in. This is an opportunity to get Drazhoath some more Kadai, which I think we're going to take the opportunity. We're going to grab the armaments there, and I'm going to send some labor on over since we grabbed a whole bunch. Brick 8 Peaks is just 8 Peaks. That would make all the sense. We'll grab 3 from there and then 2 from here. Come on down to 8 Peaks. Actually, we're going to grab labor in here too because I want to try to speed this along as fast as we can. Development-wise, so let's grab the die building there. We need 397 for the Altar of Fire. We'll get there pretty quickly. Let's grab the rush construction on the walls and the nuke launcher. And then we'll upgrade the walls once more. We are throwing a lot of resources here, but I think it's worth it. Increase our upkeep as well. For Belial and company, though, we'll give them some skills. Belial, you're at the point where we are now out of skills I really like to give you. Has almost never been in melee. Hasn't had any issues with his leadership, but we'll go ahead and max that on out, so he's nigh unbreakable. Belagern here. Increasing your speed is definitely the way to go, and then always ready for reload time. We've got Plague of Rust. Glittering Robe may not be a bad call. Final Transmutation is also pretty incredible. So you know what? Yeah, let's get our final kind of big boy spell, in case we really need it. Because this one, what is this one compared to Flames? Just deals damage. Strong versus characters, strong versus single combatant, and weak versus a single unit. Well, that's interesting. Interesting way to describe that there. Grab Foe Seeker on Krussox. And then I would like to grab the final point into training, but I think first we'll grab them a bit more health. Good to stay extra tanky. We could definitely go for the Dreadquake Mega Mortar, and that would make sure things are really locked down. But the AI has gotten very good at dodging our Mega Mortars. We've got to get better ourselves at dropping them in kind of very danger close, which is going to cause lots of friendly fire for sure. Okay, so now we have decisions to make. There are lizards in the south, Krokgar and Krikta both. Neither one of their armies are actually all that intimidating, except for these Bastillodons here, and Krokgar himself, obviously. Mostly because of Grimlock. There's also 2 Dwarven armies coming in from the north, both of them from different nations. Both Zufar, which luckily isn't that elite, and Thorgrim, who also luckily is not fielding that elite of an army. There's also Herrick coming in from the north, and then Thorgard Redbeard, who we are going to attack currently. He is fielding a bunch of ROR units, so I foresee this being a pretty nasty fight for us. Get in there and fight it. He's also going to be in the underways, so he's going to have a bit of a... We're all going to have stock, so that's going to go both ways there. Tough fight. Alright, so Standard of Zar, we'll go ahead and give this one to probably our Lord. Make sure he stays unbreakable the entire battle. If we give it to a unit... So this needs to go on a unit, not a Lord. Interesting. Yeah, we'll give it to the Chaos Dwarf Warriors. Why not? The Gleaming Pendant, we can go ahead and grab and hand off to one of our Goblins. Go ahead and give it to Gordos, so he fights a bit longer there. Oh, you know what? Never mind. We can give the Hobgoblin Standard to not Gordos. Fair enough. War Banner to Gordos, and then the Gleaming Pendant over to perhaps one of the Chaos Warriors of Khorne. I don't mind the goblins fleeing and coming back. That's kind of one of their strengths, is the AI stops worrying about them usually the second they start fleeing, depending on the kind of unit they are. If they're goblins, they stop worrying about them. Let's go ahead and pull the map up, see what we're fighting in. Going to be very on their side, but I think we've got this one. All of our gobos are going to be very juiced up just because of Gordos, and we'll all have stock, so we can kind of sneak up on them. Hopefully avoiding a lot of the nonsense from their artillery until it's too late for them to do much. Let's get to it. All right. Awesome bit of an under Empire battle here. I definitely wish we had a bit more artillery ourselves. We are going to start deployment. We do have the Khorne Furies, so we can send them over the top to maul the Brimstone gun and then try to get in on some of these artillery pieces. We've got to be very careful, though, because they will get torn apart in a instant. They are very much a glass cannon unit. But they're going to be an incredible unit to be we can almost deploy right up on them. That is fantastic. So they know about Zal. His name's Zal. Okay, Zal.
Chaos Warriors of Khorne.
Zal and the Chaos Warriors can roll on in. We'll get a quick look at the Chaos Warriors of Khorne before we charge on into this battle. Gordo's probably going through the Quarrelers is the best course of action there. Let's send him with one of the units of Sneaky Gits. We actually do want to try to let our artillery pieces lay into the enemy a bit before we dive on into battle. Because he has some pretty heavily armored iron breakers that are going to almost instantly eviscerate a unit of cutthroats. Other Sneaky Gits can be on this side here. I want the Wolf Raiders up behind Gordos. So glad they all have stock. That is so incredible. Of course, we'll have to keep an eye on it because it will go away. Then we'll all be real sad. There's the Norgrimlings to deal with. How many more Ironbreaker units do they have? The Gate Guard are going to be an issue too. They've just got a bunch of units for us to target, to be honest. So let's set up the artillery piece. Our Lord off to the side there. We'll grab the units that are visible. The Hobgoblin Infantry and Archers. The Raiders, we'll put them with the Furies. So we'll make sure you guys are in melee to start. We'll make sure they pull on back, though. They definitely want to dive in and out of combat. You guys at the end there. Guard mode. Gordos and his extra summons are going to be amazing. The Slayer for Chaos also is going to be amazing. Alright. It's going to be a tough battle. Let's get it started. When you boom, start blasting apart these Gate Guard. Start moving up the side here. Gordos, you and the Sneaky Gits charge right on in to break these quarrels. Those are blasting charge miners, though, so you stay back. Who do they see? Oh, our Lord. That's not a problem. They've located Gordos, but last second. Let's go ahead and just sneak out around them. We can drop in the Hobgoblins in on top. And then just charge in to shut down those Grudge Throwers. Give him his extra defenses and the Dagger of Malice. Send the Lord forward a bit there. We've got one Dreadquake Battery, and actually I think now is the best time to use it. Eliminate all these units here. Ooh, the Organ Guns hurt, don't they? Down the Dark into Mist on weak versus a single combatant, so we'll go ahead and layer it down on the Skulder Guard then. Get a bit closer. Taking a lot of damage, we gotta be very careful. fact so careful I want to use the die in the back line here now. Okay, they're fleeing. Pull you on away. Oh, the absolute carnage. Cortez is a sneaky boy. Alright, now we grab these guys and just send them on in. They're good and disoriented now. Forward. Unto dawn. Cortez, get back in here and stop this bit of artillery. We're getting hit by a bunch of stuff, and actually that effect he does as he dives around is kind of keeping him alive, which is a bit amusing. Drop down Flame and Shadow there. We can go for the Breath of Hatred once the Hobgoblins get a bit closer. Just ignore the Slayers for now. Hit them with some extra goodies to stop their defenses. Arrows on the Slayers. Go ahead and stop, boys, and fill them full of holes. Run alongside with the Oglicons, boys, and then we'll bring the Furies in to deal with the Brimstone guns. Where is... They do need stabbing, but you need to pull away. Shut down the flamethrowers with your manly might. You guys come on up and help out. We need to deal with these flamethrowers pretty badly. This is working out pretty well. Increase all your cooldowns. We'll drop down some more good old Flames of Asgore. We can't overcast it, so we'll drop a single one there. Come on, Gordoz, get back in here. Don't be a chicken. Armor of Contempt for all the lads. Drop down some more Darkened Mist. Gotta move over a little bit for that one. We didn't even need all the Dreadquakes. There we go. Very solid win. Alright, well, we'll do what we can to chase the rest of these fools off. Those Furies didn't quite catch the... Didn't quite catch them. But we'll make sure none of these, any of these guys don't make it out of here as we can, and I'll get you all in a moment. Alright. Decisive win indeed. Actually, one that went much better than I expected. We didn't even use our actual warriors. That was all thanks to our hobgoblins and the main boy there. So, well done. This was a pretty elite army. I'm telling me very surprised. We'll go ahead and transport these captives on back. We definitely need all of the extra labor we can get. Oh, and he does manage to escape with a few. Probably a good idea to make sure he doesn't escape at all. A rock can make it over in normal. Good. We are safe if we do go ahead and hunt down. Oh, we can't reach him. Such is the way. Let's go ahead and pull into March. Can we get into Drazhoath? No. In which case, let's go ahead and just go into an ambush. We'll replenish up in secrecy. Alright, Kevin. Yeah, I think it's a good idea to start working on your fervent fodder as well. Give us some more leadership and melee defense for those laborers overall, all of our hobgoblins. A pretty good call. Either that, or we can go for the careful casting, giving us a drop to that cooldown. Kevin can start throwing out spells a little bit better there. Tough call, tough call. I think we'll just go for the fervent fodder. Keep buffing our hobgoblins even further. Much leadership do you guys at? 69, which is the ultimate number. 72 for the others. These guys are going to be sticking in for longer than most Empire soldiers now, which is hilarious. But right now, I am going to quickly take a quick pause. I'm going to run over and grab the Lady Wizard on her lunch break, and I will catch you all in a moment. And we're back, and since I'm not able to actually get back to recording till quite a bit later on in the day here, Thursday, there's not going to be an upload Thursday, and whichever day this episode goes live, there will be a double upload on that day, as well as the next. So we'll have 4 episodes of Drazhoath kind of going up rapid fire there. To make up for losing the episode today. We'll still keep doing our stream thing all week as I continue to keep working, but finish out today's episode proper. I'm going to have Grommer hang out over here. As we look through the Alliance screen, we can see that Miao Ying is hanging out somewhere in the mountains right in here. We want to see if we can lure her out of the position that she'd like to be in. So go into an ambush stance there. We've got a good bit of gold left. I think we really want to make sure our home stance is quite safe. I know we've got the Demon Stump currently as a settlement that's bringing us in some raw materials. Man, it was probably a better opportunity to, or a better idea to make this a factory. The garrison difference on the factory and the outpost is quite severe. Outposts do get some cavalry, but the factories get quite a bit more on the Dwarf Warrior side, and they actually get some blunderbusses. I don't think the outposts ever end up getting blunderbuss units. Alright, so let's avoid that just for now. Where is the settlements that are the most at risk? We could rush the construction at Correct Flag. I think we will. Make sure those walls are good and proper. I don't know if we'll go for the Temple Guard just yet, though, because that's very expensive. We've got 2 units of the Infernal Guard and a wizard at the moment. He doesn't come with that good of spells. He's missing his one proper... he needs Ash Storm to be set up as we would like. Maxim is just kind of waddling around taking attrition. That's perfect. He's got the indecision like I normally do. I mean, for breaking Kislev, the Mega Mortar is never a bad call, because it would just allow us to help out with the fights. I don't think anyone would actually make it to Krakadrak, but if they do at the moment, it's fairly undefended. We know that Serena has actually made some gains in our land, or has she been kicked out finally? Okay, she's been kicked out. Oh, never mind, she's still here. She's set up over here at Tribe Slaughter, which is a fun name for a camp. I'd like to just jump this army here, I can't lie. Break them and move on through. Then hopefully she's at war with the rats and trying to fight them off at the same time. We know anti-player bias is huge, and it's been kicking in constantly here in this campaign. Let's try to hunt down Maxim. Who all are you at war with?
Dare you presume to gaze upon the Ice Queen?
Oh, they are at war with the Warhost now, so let's go ahead and join them. It was only a matter of time before Kislev got into a tussle with Archaon. Where's he hiding at? Oh, we've got the Rogues and the Empire. They're way down here.
The gods smile.
Hey, buddy.
You catch me in a moment of less rage, creature. I may spare your soul.
I don't know what you're being so aggressive about now. I shall join your war with the Ice Court, and you'll give me money.
Ready.
Yes, thank you. We do love crates of gold. We are very low on the reliability. At this point, we're just going to start punching people left and right. Alright then. Maxim, my good friend. Have you met Astrogoth? He would very much like to meet you for trespassing on repeat. Ooh, and auto-resolve is not being kind to you, my friend, even though we are fielding but lowly hobgoblins. Enjoy, Hades. And he crumples. That's pretty pitiful. Didn't even open his eyes. He looks like Brock. Just angry demon Brock. We'll go ahead and grab the ransom captives. Oh, lovely. Astrogoth has himself some perfect vigor. He's going to be zooming around on his little stroller of death indefinitely. Sweet. Dealing with Maxim is awesome. Let's go ahead and grab into a march stance and zoom back up to start talking. Beautiful. And I think we need to, sooner rather than later, replace these Hobgobbo cutthroats with something a bit more staunch. Yes, agreed. Agreed, good sir. Let's grab that Greater Arcane Conduit, which is way better than normal. Bit of spell mastery along with it, so his spells do more damage. Then we'll grab that Dark Sacrifice afterwards, since he kind of is supposed to specialize in Hellhammer. Want to make sure we're not casting it for as much Winds of Magic. Over here with Zoro. Go ahead and give him... You're maxed out on the good skills. Let's go ahead and just start making you a bit faster then. Place you in combat exactly where we need you. Gordoos, I'm going to do the same thing, likely. Although you are incredibly fast already, so let's just go for Elusive, make sure he's dodging those hits. He is already a Slayer for Chaos, but let's make sure he is able to be a Slayer for much longer. This alternate timeline here where Gorduz is ascending to demonhood. Can you grab us any more units from Starbrand? No, we have not enough, and we are not yet made the outposts. Be quite interesting to grab some rattling guns to add into this force here. Rattling guns are always fun, and we can get some mammoths as well. Zatan can be fielding the menagerie of friends. Menagerie of friendly evil. These buildings here, and then we'll go ahead and... Do we save? I'm really irritated that the USEC have claimed... I think it was Village that just went ahead and gifted it to them. We will never forgive you for your transgressions, Village. We will go ahead and grab an Ash level here, because I wouldn't mind another Infernal Cast one if we can even increase our limit up to that high. Oh yeah, we're good to go. We can grab more Sorcerers as well. What are you rolling with there, Zatan? 2 Sorcerers and an Angry Bull. Fair enough. We may throw one of these Sorcerers out. This guy here. Have you start stealing some more technology? Get to it, bud. Got Tecton down here. Tecton the Growl. Oh, he tripped on a rock and now he's gone. Well, such is the way sometimes. He was wounded. Let's go ahead and come on over to the Turtle Gate and try here, or... That's not very high chance. What about Pomei? Looks like he's just not lucky. Let's go for it either way. And no whammies. He hates Cathay. I don't know what that actually means, but maybe he's been successful. Oh, lovely. Well done, bud. As soon as we break Grimgore, we can get back to sending our trains on out, and I'm very excited to get back to that. At current, he's just sitting there waiting. Just waiting for us to send more of our friends out to their deaths. Alright, Zatan. We've got the gold to give you some more goodies. Although, what would we really want to give you for now? Sneaky Gits are so boring, but we could go ahead and chuck them out later on. Zatan deserves a full retinue of explosives. We'll just have to increase our capacity for that. Because we'll take a quick look at our Hellforge. Our Hellforge is quite busy at the moment. So on our melee infantry, we've got Sundering Attacks and Glittering Scales, which are both taking up quite a bit of our overall armaments. On our missile infantry, we've got Suppressive Fire and Extra Powder, so they've got more damage, and then they've got the ability to slow the enemy down, which is quite awesome. For our Kadai, we've got Unbreakable, which seems to speak for itself. Got the Bound Barrier Demon to give them some barrier hit points, and then the Devastating Flanker. This one is the one we could likely just go ahead and remove if we need to kind of recoup some of our armaments, and I think we will. We can place that back on later, and removing this should give us a good heap of our armaments back for the next turn there. We also have got Extra Powder on the War Machines, which is about the only one I'm really willing to go for there. Extra Ammunition's pretty good too, but for now, with the lack that we have coming in, I would really rather just start increasing our capacity for the Kadai and our War Machines. Let our blunderbusses and such kind of increase naturally there. Alright, Sundrims, we don't got much. Let's go ahead and see if you can give me some more technology stealing. Oh. Chances are not good there. How about over here at Zufbar? I like 50-50. Oh, he hates dwarves. That means he did it. Sleight of hand. He steals more technology, and he succeeded. Awesome. 251%. Finishing off that weapons of war pretty quickly. Reload skill for friendly war machines sounds crazy. Also more range. Speed's great. More range is really what we're going for there. If we have any more servants we can send on back for some money, we do indeed. That is always lovely. Let's see if we can pass out some more upgrades to our defenses. Mostly at the end of the Desolation. Let's check down here where the Lizardmen are. We're about to lose Dringo Rakas regardless. Let's go ahead and upgrade Spite Peak. Nothing we could do that wouldn't cost raw materials. In theory, we could upgrade the factory walls here. What would that give us extra? An extra blunderbuss unit? Ooh, that might be worth it. With an extra blunderbuss... they'll attack it at the same time. Never mind. Well, they can't reach. I've been real sad for no reason. They can't reach Dringo Rekkas. Brad Tommen's the one that's in under threat. They've already got blunderbuss units. Sweet, well yeah, let's go for it. Go for the upgrade there, and then we'll just throw it into the armament building here, the gunsmith at Spike Peak. Kevin will be able to deal with all of this kind of as a roundabout. And Drazhoath is going to go ahead and either deal with Harrock and start moving up, start crunching the different armies of the Dawi here. They've moved out quite far. We can start turning this into lovely, lovely factory. Alright, Sundrums, you've been stealing technology for us. Let's go ahead and give you a chance to give us more. More tech sounds good. Few heroes that haven't been moved. Gromrun Dash is down here for the lovely ambush. Goomba's in the middle of his siege. Yeah, you just keep being a spy. We're gonna have to deal with Mount Silverspear very soon, but for now we don't have the income, so we deal. I think we actually grab a lord. I guess we wait. Such is the way.
Your will.
No one wants to make any deals. We've done a very good job of making no friends. Alright, let's skip on through and dispatch no convoys because we'll immediately lose them. And that will make me a sad, sad Dawizar. Oh, hello, Skarbrand. You better not break any of my deals. He wants us to join his war with Kimry. See, I would. But even as crunched up as Kimry is, they would likely still send forces after us, and I can't deal with it right now. So Skarbrand, you're on your own. Ji Ju He has come on out to face Gromrun Dash. Tripped and fallen into our ambush. What a fool. Get wrecked. Lost almost nothing. That's incredible. Let's hand the leadership buff over to... I guess over to our lord. And then we shall drag these fools on back into the mines. Welcome to your new home. Oh, hello, last defenders. Yeah, they're going to attack together on Crad Tommen. If it was one at a time, we could have probably pretty easily crunched them, but we are going to allow that to go. They lost some of their skinks. Fair play. Ooh, that's very dangerous of you, Krotgar. Alright, well, we killed Ji Ju He in her battle. And Crad Tommen was lost. Yeah, we kind of figured that was going to happen with the double Lizardmen army. We do know that Miao Ying herself is close by. Let's come on down to the river ruin here. Set up an ambush in this bit of... Oh, we would actually be on the river. I don't want that. Ambush stance. That'll be just fine. You still only have a 40% chance. He doesn't have the reinforcements coming in from the town now, so he would be facing off against Miao Ying himself. Which would be a scary fight, I can't lie. To help better deal with the groups of Akathayans, let's grab again his Golden Hounds. Rip those armored lines. Grab the final point to seeing red there, and then we'll grab the Expeditious Endeavor. For Sawbaz, we'll give you the final point into increased mobility and see if anyone else has any points. Not today. Well, we've got plenty of enemies afoot, except for over here with Gromrun Dash. They're hiding in the shadows. We've got plenty of enemies afoot down here in the south, including a big old chonky toad ready to face us down. Papa Nurgle wanted to jump in there at the end, ambushed by a quick set of sneezes. Either way, that's all the time I've got for today. I have been Space Wizard of War. Remember to leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub though, and I will see you all later on today.